So it was this one time that I had to sneak into this girl's house that I was talking to. And when I snuck in, bro, I got in there, you know what I'm saying, did what I had to do, knock that down, you know what I'm saying, and I had to sneak out the house. Now, when I say sneak out the house, I don't mean through the front door. I literally had to shimmy out the window. Now, mind you, as I'm going out the window, bruh, I'm on the phone. Why am I on the phone? Because my mom called me as I was trying to escape out the window. She's yelling at me through the phone, and I can't yell back. Or I mean, I wouldn't even yell back. I don't even talk to my mama like that. But I can't even really talk regular back because whole time her parents was coming upstairs, and she telling me in my ear like, "You gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet." So I'm over here like, I'm on the way home right now. She, why are you whispering, boy? Where you at? I'm on the way home right now. I gotta go by. Hung up, bro. Heart sunk to my ass. But I went ahead and I snuck out that window, bro. Here I am on the roof, bro. On the roof, middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Just a black dude on top of a roof in an affluent neighborhood. And I had to find a way to shimmy down, bro, because it wasn't one of them roofs that was close to the ground. You can kind of just jump off of it. Nah, bro. I was a little high up. Not even gonna hold you, bro. Long story short, I ended up figuring out a way, bro. I had to G.I. Joe that shit. And she had a dog, too, bro. I was cautious of that motherfucking dog. Bro, when I finally touched ground, when my feet touched that land, I took off running a faux flat right to my car. I turned the car on. The check engine light come on. I drive it around for a little bit to go off. So I'm like, all right, we cool. We ball. We ball. You know what I'm saying? I get home. My mama's mad. But at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was all fun and cool. And it was a great story to tell and everything. But then next thing I know, she talking about, oh, my period late. I'm like, huh? You dead serious? You dead serious? LeBron James, like I'm dead serious. I'm mind you, I'm 17 at this time. There is no way in hell that I could have possibly taken care of a baby, bro. But that whole situation, looking back, it made me realize the dire situation we are in these days. Because my grandma had her first kid at age 17. Now, was that probably the best decision? Was she probably in the best financial position? Probably not. But the fact that she was able to keep having kids after that shit shows that we living in way different times, bro. My pops, he was in his 20s when he had his first kid. Bro, there is no way in hell that we can afford that. Gen Z gonna be the first generation with no kids, bro, with no families. If you just do the math, even if you wanted to live by yourself, do you know how much you actually have to make? Now, I know on this channel before I've talked about the housing market and how cooked and how fucking fried it is, bro. But I actually did the math today. And the reason I did the math today is because I was talking to my dad. Shout out to my pops, man. He let me live here. Shout out to my pops. But we got in a friendly debate. It wasn't a real back and forth, but a friendly debate. You know, he's a Gen Xer, so we going back, oh, your generation is lazy. Y'all don't want to work. You know what I mean? And it got to the topic of housing, right? Affordable housing. And what he told me was, well, you can afford it's condos around here that's like 300,000, 300K. You know what I'm saying? If you get an FHA loan, all you gotta do is put down like 2-3%. That's a cool 7 to 10K. That's cool 7 to 10 bands. You can save that up. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. The man is good. He's a smart dude. So he low-key had me on the ropes. Because I was like, damn, I mean, that do sound good. But in the back of my mind, I know for a fact that all these niggas can't be struggling, bro, for nothing. There is no way that the logic is that simple to where, yeah, you just do this, boom, ooh, wop, the bam, then here we go. But you got all these niggas on Reddit, YouTube, people in real life talking about how cooked the housing market is. Something had to be off. It just didn't sit right in my soul. I was like, what he's saying kind of made sense, but nah, I know it ain't that easy, because if it was, then people wouldn't be talking about this shit. So I go on Zillow, man, and I look up some condos, right? Cheapest condo I found was literally $299,000, right? So I start doing the math, bruh, right? And I'm putting this shit in, bruh, because here's the thing about condos that people don't even, and the reason I'm talking about condos is because the median house price is like 800K in Cali. So that's not even, I'm not even thinking about that, bruh. I ain't, houses themselves, I ain't looking at that shit. And that's a starter home. I know across the country it's a little bit cheaper, But what we have to understand is that the wages also go down across the country as well. So with that being said, it all kind of come out to the same thing, right? The numbers just a little different. It's just semantics at that point, but with numbers. So with a 300K condo, did you know, my nigga, that not only do you have to make that down payment, right? But you also must be able to have a debt to income ratio that is sustainable, right? It has to be like at very largest, like 46%. 46%. Mind you, it's not just the principal amount. There's so many little fees that you have to pay. Your monthly, if you paying a 200, I literally put it in the goddamn AI system. I ran the math and shit. Basically, your monthly is gonna come out to like $2,600 a month, my nigga. $2,600 a month, brother. Okay, and if you have to qualify for a loan, long story short, you got to be making at least like 7 bands a month. Now raise your hand in the crowd if you making 7 bands a month, because let's do the calculations really quick. 7K a month. Damn, I ain't even that good at math, bro. I ain't good. What is 7K a month? That's like 90 some odd thousand. Bro, the job market is fucking cooked right now. You niggas can't even get a job at McDonald's. Who's getting a job that pay 90K? Who's getting a 90K job? Mind you, this is a 90K job just to get a condo that's 300K that was built in 1980. That was the cheapest shit I could find. Dead homies. Dead homies. All this math just to say, and mind you, that was a 1-bedroom, brother. Small ass little place. So now that I've did the math, I'm starting to realize just how fucking fried we are. Because that's just for one person. And guess what? That's not accounting for a car payment or any other personal finance things. You paying off cars, you paying this off, paying that off, student loans, debt. That's not accounting for none of that shit. So when you really look at the math of this, dog, having a kid in this economy, oh my gosh, holy smokes. That's why Generation Beta, because Generation Alpha, that's the millennials kids. Generation Beta is fucking cooked. Ain't gonna be no Generation Beta. It's gonna be like 7 of y'all. It's gonna be like 7 of them. Because who the fuck is out here affording that? Who the fuck is out here affording that? You gotta split that in half. You better have a roommate or a wife or someone to split that with you. Good luck finding you a romantic relationship, a romantic partner in 2026. I don't even have to keep hashing on that shit. We already know how bad that could be. We already know how bad that is. Niggas is not finding no wives these days, brother. Relationships fried, cooked, overly roasted, overly done, burnt. That shit is burnt. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta find a roommate. Hopefully this man don't fuck up your whole life, your whole situation. You know what I'm saying? You find that roommate, y'all can figure it out, but pray to God he don't move out or else you're done for. Mind you, this is still the bottom of the barrel. I'm talking about you gotta make this amount for bottom of the barrel housing. Now, it gets a little bit better when we're talking about real houses, because with condos, they got these crazy HOA fees and all these other fees and shit like that, right? But with housing, like houses, like you don't necessarily always have to pay all that, right? Your monthly might be a little bit lower, whoop-de-whoop, but also you're going to be on a much higher, like the mortgage is going to be crazy. Like you paying a crazy amount. So all in all, bro, I say all that to say that, bro, having a kid is just not I ain't gonna lie, Gen Z going to be the first generation with no kids, bro. Because who the fuck can genuinely afford this, bro? And I'm not trying to be a negative dude. I'm just being realistic. When you look at when you look at the calculus of this shit, when you look at the grand math of the universe, the shit just not lining up. It's not adding up, bro. And this is exactly why motherfuckers is revolutionizing. Not revolutionizing, but this is exactly why don't nobody want to work. Don't nobody want to do shit. Because why would I want to do shit when I gotta be making 6 figures just to get the worst possible housing? The worst possible housing, I gotta be making 6 figs. Golly, bro. And then people can't get hiring is frozen. God damn, bro. And you wonder why shit like clubs and social events have just completely died. There's no more third spaces. That's why you don't know where to meet women, don't know where to meet men. It's because the third space is dead. Can nobody afford that shit, man? Can nobody afford it? But having that pregnancy scare at 17, I didn't really even understand how bad that could be for me. You know how bad that would be? Do you know how catastrophic a child is in this economy at this age? Mind you, I'm 25, damn near 26. Back in the day, I would have been almost dead, brother. They would have been calling me Unc, but like genuinely Unc. See, I know y'all be calling 30 old, but 30 is genuinely not. Nigga, back then, they would have been like, hey, bro, you damn near dead. It's time for life insurance, buddy. Not to mention, when I turn 26, I ain't gonna have no more health insurance, nigga. I'm done. I'm done for it. Let me get one little injury. Let me pull my hamstring. Ah, it's over. It's OV, bro. For me, now, obviously, as with most of my videos, I like to put a little positive spin, right? Because, you know, it ain't all doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? The positive note in all this is, damn. The positive note in all this is kind of similar to the same positive note that I've been preaching, bro. With everything being as fucked as it is, as fucked up as everything is, bro, now is the time, and I'm going to keep preaching this till I'm blue in the face, to chase your dreams, bro. Go ahead and start that business. Go ahead and start that YouTube page, bro. You might as well. Because the way shit is looking, dog, the way shit is looking, you might as well just go ahead and put them 9-to-5 dreams to the side, bro. Fuck a 9-to-5, bro. It's not really gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you get a decent little 9-to-5, you're still basically gonna be like living in the worst. You're gonna be living in the fucking hood. Let's say you get a decent 9-to-5, you making like 90 to 100K. You're still living in Inglewood. You're still living in Watts. And if you don't know where that is, it's the hood, bro. You're still living in the worst possible locales, bro. You're about to die. You about to walk out. Brother, what? Let you be wearing too much red, too much blue. Let you be wearing a Hoover cap. Let you be wearing the wrong hats. You're done. All because you were just trying to afford housing. You know what I'm saying? And then don't get me started on a rent situation. Rent situation is dire. There's niggas out here, because that shit unregulated, or it's not unregulated, but you don't need to get a loan for that. Niggas taking advantage of that. Whole time, you can't even afford the rent, bro. You live in paycheck to paycheck. Fuck all that. You ain't even living paycheck to paycheck. After that first week, your account in the negative. Fuck. Man, all this to say, once again, bro, yeah, bro, kids is just not gonna happen. The depopulation agenda, y'all got it, bro. Whoever set that shit up, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, who cares? Whoever it was, Benjamin. Yeah, bro, y'all got it. Y'all got the depopulation agenda. Y'all ain't gotta tell me twice. And then you got these people that are like, oh, we need to reverse the depopulation agenda. All these rich folks that are so out of touch. It's like, if you want to reverse it, start with, like, can't nobody afford it, right? You know why people ain't having sex out here, bro? You want to know why people ain't getting laid? It's because niggas can't afford condoms. People are still out here getting laid. But my point is, bro, like, ain't gonna be no baby boom, ain't none of that. And it's like, what's gonna happen when the population start really, really dropping? Shit gonna get even worse, right? The shit already happening. And this is a global thing. This ain't just America. Y'all know that, right? It's global, brother. A lot of countries is getting like this, dog. You feel me? But I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think, dog. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, because, you know what I mean? When no kids are being born, when the next generation is mad small, people gonna be mad at Gen Z, but I ain't gonna lie. It ain't really our fault. You know what I'm saying? And that depopulation is just gonna, oh my gosh, it's gonna be drastic. It's gonna cook us. It's gonna be even worse, because now it's gonna be like, you know how there's ghost jobs now, right? It's really gonna be some ghost jobs. They're gonna have to start laying off mad people. Businesses is not gonna be making enough money. Interest rates is about to go crazy, because it's like, why would we? Oh my Lord, bro. It's gonna be so sad. It's gonna be so genuinely sad. The family unit is fried. The family unit is fried. The mom, the dad, the 2 kids, the dog. Yeah, that's done for. That whole American dream shit. You can put that shit up. You can put that up, dog. Go ahead and just delete that, erase that from your memory. And it's so funny how much media shows and depicts the American dream, right? Because it's so goofy. It's so goofy. That shit died, I don't know what year, bro, but that shit is so dead. And it's like, we grew up, my generation, we grew up watching that shit. Like, I grew up watching shows like, well, I didn't really watch Friends, but Like I would see like some episodes of Friends here and there, and in my head I'm like, oh shit. So when I'm an adult, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a cool little social circle, and we gonna be at coffee shops, and we gonna get this little apartment. You know, we all broke, but you know what I mean? I'm still gonna be able to afford this little apartment. It's like, okay, it might be kind of lit. Yeah. No, no. That ain't it. No, that ain't it. That ain't it, son. That ain't it, y'all. It's not how it is at all, bruh. Like, niggas might be ending up living in a box. I know, I'm just playing. It ain't that damn serious. But, like, you know, damn, hopefully y'all out there staying safe, man. Because, you know, rough times out here. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.